Okay, all right. We are now going to move forward with the remaining portion of our program. At this time, I'd like to introduce our advisor for our Phi Theta chapter our Phi Theta Kappa chapter advisor, Mr. Jeremy Crow.
Hello, thank you for coming out tonight, and congratulations to all the award winners tonight. I am actually going to turn the show over to our officer team who has put this together. And at this moment, I would like to introduce our recording officer, Jacqueline Smith.
Good evening. Many of you may be wondering just what is Phi Theta Kappa. Phi Theta Kappa is the world's largest and most prestigious honor society for two-year college students. The mission of Phi Theta Kappa is to recognize academic achievement for college students and to provide opportunities to them to grow as students and leaders. The organization of Phi Theta Kappa began with an idea on one campus in 1910 and was organized nationally and officially named in 1918 by 8 junior colleges. PTK now boasts 1,250 chapters and more than 3 million members across the globe. To be eligible for membership in the Alpha Sigma Pi chapter of Phi Theta Kappa at Chesapeake College, a student must have completed at least 12 hours of associate degree coursework with a cumulative 3.5 grade point average and maintain a 3.0 grade point average going forward. This honor society, though, is about much more than grades. Phi Theta Kappa is founded on 4 hallmarks: scholarship, leadership, service, and fellowship. In the past year, this chapter has raised funds to support the Student Emergency Fund in the Corner of Care, has collaborated on a food drive, has hosted recreational events for students and staff, and has elicited commitment across campus for our fellow students to complete their 2-year degrees. Our work has won us recognition at the Middle States regional level and contributed to the Middle States region receiving recognition at the Phi Theta Kappa international level. Our new members being inducted tonight will continue to make this chapter successful. In your programs tonight, you will see the emblem of Phi Theta Kappa denoting the members being inducted. The foundation of this emblem, I have a larger one for you, is a golden slab. This noble medal reminds us of golden opportunities and the preciousness of community. The black band binds us together and reminds us of poise and dignity. 3 Greek letters meaning wisdom, aspiration, and purity shine on the band. The wreath behind the band has 1 oak branch for stability and strength of character, and a laurel branch representing achievement and success. Between this wreath and the band, you'll see the Greek letters meaning light, signifying the illumination of learning. And above the band is the head of Athena, a symbol of learning. As a member, you will be responsible for upholding these ideals. Now, it is my privilege and honor to introduce our chapter's president, Ms. Claire Kelly. Claire's dynamic and democratic leadership have provided the fuel to propel Alpha Sigma Pi ever forward throughout her tenure. Her stewardship of the chapter, commitment to excellence, and boundless energy have inspired each and every officer and member to succeed. Our list of accomplishments for this year was made possible by her adept leadership. Please give a round of applause for Ms. Claire Kelly.
Welcome family members, staff, and faculty of Chesapeake College. Also, welcome our esteemed fellow Phi Theta captains. You're about to be inducted into a community that not only reflects your high-level academics here at Chesapeake College, but invites you to join a community of students across the United States and abroad. Within this community, I am sure you will find more than just a group of students. There are friendships and bonds that await you. Being a member of Phi Theta Kappa is a special honor, and every one of you should be proud of your scholastic achievements to get you to this point. T.S. Eliot once wrote, "Only those who will risk going too far can possibly find how far one can go." All the officers and members of Chesapeake College's Alpha Sigma Pi chapter commend you for your dedication, persistence, and above all, the courage that it takes to push yourselves in academics. Congratulations. It is now my pleasure to introduce Melanie Madison, Alpha Sigma Pi's Vice President of Social Media. Melanie has served Alpha Sigma Pi with a strong dedication as she actively engages students and encourages them to push themselves in academics. Round of applause, please.
Good evening. During your induction this evening, you will be presented with a candle and a white rose. The candle is symbolic of knowledge as the serpent of wisdom, which dwells with diligence and leads in the way of fairness in the midst of paths of judgment. The white rose embodies purity and beauty of life. We gift you this rose as a symbol of our newly formed intellectual friendship. I am now going to turn the mic over to our amazing and dedicated PTK advisor, Jeremy Crow, who will now call your names individually. Sophia Kumbo will then present you with your stole. Please, when your name is called, if you can come around this side and then walk in front of the stage.
Okay, I get the fun part because I get to announce all of these wonderful people's names. So here we go. Joshua Anderson. Jenny Bachman. Christine Bergdahl. Tony Chiarella. Corinne Crenshaw. There's Corey. Macy Daniels. Nesma El Sayed. Catherine Fisher. Catherine France. Sarah Franklin. Rebecca Johnson. Amanda Keeler. Annika Kohler. Catherine Laird. Shannon Landers. Shavante Lewis. Kimberly McMullen. Hannah Olson. Brianna Stafford. William Turry. And Michelle Wyatt.
In addition to inducting our Chesapeake College students, tonight we are inducting a very special person, someone who has countless times gone above and beyond for both Phi Theta Kappa students and all Chesapeake College students. Personally, 2 years ago, I remember meeting this individual in my guidance counselor's office where I was formally introduced to Chesapeake College. The great sense of pride she showed the work here and the passion she spoke with proved true that day and every day on this campus. Having a profound impact on my life and all students, she continues to push students to reach their full potential. In fact, I know I wouldn't be here without her guidance. She has helped me grow in more ways than I ever thought I was capable of doing. Without further ado, I'm very honored to induct Professor McGinnis in the Chesapeake College's Alpha Sigma Pi chapter of Phi Theta Kappa as an honorary member. Now that the standards and ideals of this organization have been fully revealed to you, you are now called to complete the pledge. Repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly promise on the second day of May to uphold the standards of Phi Theta Kappa and to keep this object and aim in mind. And I do solemnly pledge allegiance to my fellow members and promise to aid them in all worthy endeavors. It is my pleasure as Alpha Sigma Pi President to welcome you to the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society and the lively fellowship of scholars it holds. I congratulate each of you on your achievements, and I challenge you to uphold the 4 pillars of scholarship, fellowship, service, and leadership. Please give a round of applause for Chesapeake College's newest members of Alpha Sigma Pi. We also have a few members that we are going to acknowledge tonight. And with great pleasure, I would like each name that I call forward to step forward as I call their name. The next group of students I call will be serving as your 2019-2020 officers. For President, Hannah Olson. Vice President of Service, Corey Crenshaw. Vice President of Fellowship, Amanda Keeler. Vice President of Communication, Nesma El Sayed. Vice President of Fundraising, Melanie Madison. And Vice President of Social Media, Caitlin Manlove.
New inductees, you may be seated. And please feel free to take pictures with your stoles and candles and return them at the end of the evening. All right. I am privileged as an officer to be able to present an award to a member of Phi Theta Kappa. Distinguished chapter members are selected based on the student's embodiment of the hallmarks of the society. They demonstrate this through our Honors in Action project and other chapter activities. Our chapter officers this year selected Ms. Caitlin Manlove as the recipient of this award for the Alpha Sigma Pi chapter. Caitlin comes ready to help and contributes ideas to support our chapter's goals. She has regularly attended chapter meetings and is always willing to volunteer her time to help staff events. Thank you, Caitlin, for your membership. Come on up.
The Alpha Sigma Pi chapter would like to recognize Professor Crow for his dedication to our chapter and his dedication to Chesapeake College students. Without his guidance and support, the achievements of our chapter would not have been possible. We are all very grateful for guiding us as we learn the ins and outs of our officer positions. He has always been there to answer our questions, and he has always been there to help us encourage students to do their best. In fact, one of his favorite things he always says is, "You're a student first." Several of our members have put together a gift for you, and we are grateful for the endless energy that you put in the Alpha Sigma Pi. Thank you, Professor Crow, for everything you do.
Our chapter would also like to recognize the outstanding efforts of Claire Kelly, stepping into the role of president and really growing as a human being and making sure the rest of us grew as well. So Ms. Madison would like to present her with some flowers, and we just want to have a round of applause for Claire and her service this year.
Thank you, everyone, for coming out to celebrate Phi Theta Kappa and celebrating with us our newest members. Have a good night and drive safely.